Last week, shit started to get real. I opened up my calendar and I had 8 back-to-back customer calls, one after the other. And I was like, holy shit, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna do the CSM thing again? I had all this self-doubt creeping in because I had been sitting so pretty as a lead, a manager, not in customer calls all day, every day. But of course, my company went through a big restructuring, which fucking stings, and we lost a lot of good CSMs. But what that meant was I was thrust back into being a CSM, a player coach type of thing. So CSM and setting everything up in this company of mine. And it's been a minute since I've been in those days of customer call. So for context, remember, I'm a manager of customer success for an AI first SaaS company. I'm building shit from the ground up. I'm here documenting everything, the wins, the losses, the failures, all the shit that I'm going through as raw as possible and on a day-to-day, okay? Once a week, I'm gonna drop this video, or a video on this channel, should I say, and today is all about what I did to overcome these 8 back-to-back calls. So there's 3 sections to it. What broke? Me. What didn't work, so the things I tried that you don't have to repeat, and then what I built to really save my ass day in and day out, okay? I put this in a PDF in the description as well, so you can take it and run with it. If you can do it better, please freaking tell me what you're doing, because I don't know what I don't know. And I'm also not going to show you how to set it up. There's millions of YouTube videos out there on how to set up AI tools. It's just how I've done it. You can use a PDF or not, all good. Right, so the first section, what broke? I broke, right? So like I mentioned, I was so used to sitting there on a day, answering to my team, supporting my team, answering to leadership, reporting numbers, all these things. Internal meetings, easy. I was actually like, it was so nice. My voice didn't hurt anymore. My throat was so chilled. But player coach, CSM again, and back-to-back customer calls. The first time I saw it on my calendar, I was like, oh shit, this again. I know you all, if you're a CSM, you know what I'm talking about. It's really daunting when you see a calendar that full. So I struggled. Day one, I just went in for it, but you know what? I didn't know who I was talking to. I didn't have time to prep properly for this first one, this first day. I'll tell you what I did next afterwards. I just went through each call, kind of winging it. I know those customers probably hated me for it because I was like just completely not confident. I was really struggling to understand what they wanted and what I could deliver for them, and it sucked. So what I did was, and it didn't work because, and I'll tell you what now why, is I put calendar blocks. It's easy. Let me just block my calendar. I'll put an hour every morning. I actually did a 30-minute in the evening too for prep. So who's on my calendar? What happened to them last? What should I do with them tomorrow? Who the hell are they, right? Like, what are they trying to do? So I did that, and it worked for the next couple days. But then what happened was I've got 8 customer calls on my calendar. That means I have 8 loads of admin to do after that call and 8 loads of tasks. And that calendar block just disappeared. I started using it as a time that I didn't have a call, but actually to action admin. And it sucked. Really, it sucked. So I was like, man, I'm in an AI first company. There's all these AI tools in the market. Like, surely there is a better way to do this. And cue number 3, what I built, okay? Like I mentioned, I'm not here to show you how to do it. The PDF will give you an overview. So you, like I said, review it, use it. If you do use it, let me know. If you can do it better, please do tell me, okay? So what I did, I started small. I jumped into Claude, I used chat, and I connected 4 things. My calendar, HubSpot, where we store our CRM, but obviously anything goes there. It could be Salesforce, Zendesk, Vitally, any of them. I connected Fathom. Again, that could be Gong, Otter, whichever platform you use for call recordings. And then Slack, because our company uses Slack, and that's where I spend a lot of my time. So I wanted the outcome of this situation I'm building here to end up there, easy access for me. Okay, so I connected my calendar and I started doing all these things, and I was like, cool, Claude, tell me about the customer Joe Soap, right? So I saw Joe Soap was on my calendar. I asked Claude and it gave me a neat summary, right? And then I started refining it to say, I want to know what happened last, what were the next steps agreed upon, and what is the logical next step based on everything you know about this customer and also our product. And it worked. And I was like, sweet. Now I'm between calls, I'm just typing, prep me for Joe Soap. But I was like, that's not that good, right? It's still so manual. So I was like, maybe it can prep me for my whole day. So I was like, hey, Claude, prep me for my whole day. And it would tell me my whole day, including all these internal meetings and things. And I was like, no, this is not good. So I refined it more, excluded internal meetings. So now I can be like, prep me for today. And it would tell me all my customers, all the summary. It would give me a high-level summary of who they are, what they're doing, what happened last, what was the agreed outcomes, and what we're going to do next. And then I was like, maybe I can take it even a step further, and I can say, what is my calls looking like on June 1st? I don't know what day that is, but whatever. June 1st. And then it'll run, and it will look at my calendar. It'll take the email associated to the calendar invite, run it through HubSpot, run it through Fathom, generate the summary, and tell me what's going on. Then I realized after showing some people in my team, I'm using Claude Chat, it's not as powerful. I was like, okay. Claude Cowork, let's try dive in here, dipping my toe, figuring shit out as I go. And I took the Claude project that I had created, and I have now put it in Claude Cowork, and it's on a schedule. So every morning, 8 a.m. this thing goes. I jump in to my desk right here. I'm finishing my coffee, and I can open my Slack DMs because it sends me a DM to me. You could send that to anywhere, a Slack channel if you want. And I know what's going on for my day. So now within like 2 minutes, I know who I'm talking to, what was going on before, and what's happening next. So now these 8 customer calls in my day, I don't need to individually go and open their website, my HubSpot record, review the last call on Fathom. It's all done without me even having to click or ask Claude to do it. It just does it. Fires every day at 8 a.m. So, yes, I still get overwhelmed by 8 calls in my calendar. It's not the funnest thing to be doing, but I'm here for it. I'm going with the flow. This is really saving me so much time. I can't even explain it. It's also giving me so much confidence back in my calls, so I can actually speak to the customer with actual context, not just winging it. And honestly, this is how I think we should be using AI to do this kind of legwork for us, so that I can step up best in my role and not be doing this grunt work that's honestly like kind of mundane, right? Okay, obviously I said it 3 times now, but there's the PDF in the description. It's a Gamma document, but I think you can download it, whatever you want to do. And maybe it's not a Gamma document, who knows? I'll finish that after this. And next up, I'm going to talk about burnout and saying yes as a customer success person is very easy. I've been there, I've done it, and I still do it, so I'm learning as I go. But next video is going to be all about burnout and how to put some boundaries there to avoid what I did 2 weeks ago that ultimately ended up with me being sick. All right. Catch you in the next one. Stay rad, people.